All right, guys, welcome back. This is Rick NSX coming at you from DCS. So, Dragon's Fury campaign, mission 15, strike over Saipan. U.S. and China, we're getting on the same wavelength. We're looking at ending the conflict, but let's jump into it, and then we'll kind of talk about today's mission.
Good morning, Chief. How copy? Good morning, loud and clear. Happy that this is about to be over. Well, I don't know if this is going to be over. Just the fact that we pushed some buggers out of a tiny island doesn't make the world any better. True. At least for us, we'll be over for a while. For a while, indeed. We're ready? Yes, sir. I've used the pins, all ready to start.
All right, let's do it.
Chief, ready to start? Clear for start. Clear front, clear aft.
All right, we should get 6 green, no red here shortly. Once we've got that, we can bump the throttles to idle, get the jet started.
Start, 6 green. EPU off. Clear to remove EPU pin.
All right, throttles to idle. Once the RPMs hit 60, the jet will spring to life.
All clear for running.
Yep, here we go. Perfect. So you'll notice on the wings we are carrying 3 Mavericks per wing, 2 cluster bombs per wing. So we are
Surface control check.
air to ground heavy.
Flight controls clear. Clear. Roll left. Check. Roll right. Check. Nose down. Check. Nose up. Check. All good. Bring it back code 1, please. Good luck. Contact ground after INS is up. Thanks, Chief. I'll do my best.
So if we're ending the conflict, why are we air to ground heavy? Great question, glad you asked. So the situation is this. The U.S. and China have started talks to end this conflict. However, there's still an HQ-7 or more than one potentially sitting on Saipan. They have also got AAA that are dangerous to airplanes as well, dangerous to our airplanes. So until some agreement has been made, the higher-ups have said continue to push them back. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to fly in, we're going to drop some ordnance on these guys and see if we can't help convince the people that need to be convinced that they need to pack up and go home. So INS is aligned, we're good to go, we've set that up, we got our data link set up as well, so I do have what is probably the AWACS here. That's how I know we're set up and ready. Shortly we should be given the clearance to go ahead and start our taxi, left on Bravo, left on Kilo. And we should be able to get moving. It's about 100 miles out, 100 miles back. Probably a little loiter in the middle for bombs and stuff like that. With that said, we have a 300-gallon fuel tank down the center line.
Uzi 1, Anderson Tower, clear for taxi. 24 left, right on Bravo, left on Kilo, hold short of 24 left.
Uzi 1 and 2, 24 left. Right Bravo, left Kilo, short of 24 left.
With the center line tank, we're sitting at currently we're sitting at 9,000 pounds of fuel. By the time we get off the ground, that'll be at 8,600 pounds of fuel. As long as we don't loiter forever, we should be okay. but if we have a 30-minute loiter time, we're probably going to be in trouble. If we get chased by an HQ-7, we're probably going to be in trouble if we have to go into burner for any extended amount of time. So yeah, we're going to have to be a little careful here. But ultimately, I think we should be okay. I will say this. I've done a tiny bit of practice doing air-to-air refueling in this jet. On more than one occasion, I've been able to connect with the tanker and take on fuel. But the other side to that is there have been plenty of times where I have not been able to take it on. And given this is a get it right or go home, well, this is a get it right or don't go home situation. If at all possible, I'd like to avoid air-to-air refueling. It's just my thoughts on that. So.
Uzi 1, clear for takeoff 24 left, 5-second separation, turn 020, then clear to proceed as frag.
Roger, Uzi 1112, taking off 020 after departure, proceeding as fragged.
Man, I will never get tired of seeing that silhouette on the ground. This plane looks awesome when it's silhouetted. All right, here we go. Throttle's full. Off the brakes. Speed's alive. Trying to maintain that center line. Positive rate gear coming up. Out of burner at mill power really is where we're at. And we're gonna take a right, 020, and then it's fragged. Awesome. All right.
Uzi Flight, switch to Dark Star, 355.5, good luck.
Roger, thanks. Switching to 355.5, Dark Star, Uzi Flight. Uzi 12, push 2 on uniform.
I wonder.
Dark Star, Uzi Flight with you. How copy? Loud and clear. Radar identified, Uzi Flight. Picture clear, continuous fragged. Roger, continuous fragged. Uzi Flight.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, so I'm just gonna do what I was doing to begin with. So, cloud cover, 8,000 feet. Which means, boy, when we get to the target, we're gonna have to get under that ceiling to launch the Mavericks. Because we got to use the targeting pod and then the eyes on the Maverick to get that off the rails. That's gonna be interesting. That kind of puts us in harm's way with an HQ-7. I mean, we can fire from a little further away, but even then, I don't know, because the optics on a Maverick aren't great. The optics on a Maverick are not fantastic. We'd have to get within about, and I think we still have to get within 12 miles if we're down at, 8,000 feet. An HQ-7 fires 7 miles. It gives us a 5-mile window to get it off the rails and get turned. That's kind of a rough one. Have to think that through. But yeah, right now it looks like we'd have to be down at 7,000, 7,500 feet, something like that, to get under cloud cover. And I don't like that at all. So we're 22 miles out of Steerpoint 1. We do have the AWACS here. Looks like the air-to-air refueling is on its standard track here. Showing him at 24,000 feet.
1, this is 2. We're going to have to go under the clouds for this one. The ceiling is low.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about.
That's firm. And those HQ-7s are between the buildings. We'll find a way.
We always do. How you holding up?
It's okay, Groundhog Day. We go, we shoot at them, they shoot at us.
Lucky for us, they're missing more.
They are missing some. You know Blaze, the tall one? He punched out 3 times already.
Yeah, we were laughing last night at the Oak Club. We should change his call sign to Hangman or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I get where it's coming from. Punching out 3 times. I've had that with my own wingman, punching out for no dang reason, punching out because they've been hit. It's just, not for no reason. Sometimes they're running out of gas because they won't refuel. Kind of a wild. It's been interesting. So we're about 2 minutes out at Steerpoint 1. Once we hit Steerpoint 1 and we roll out onto Steerpoint 2, I'm going to turn the missiles on. The missiles. Well, technically yes, but I'm going to turn the Maverick electronics on, get them warmed up. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes, and so I want to make sure I get that in plenty of time. Don't want to be loitering, waiting for missiles to come online. So I'm gonna stop our climb at about, at 20,000 feet. And got about a minute to Steerpoint 1. I do have the air-to-air refueling tanker at about our 11 o'clock here. It's going to cross our path. We're going to turn left. It's going to fly right. So it is going to cross our path. Half tempted to send her to the refueling tanker, because she's the one that's likely to run out of fuel. More likely. I'm not going to say the only one, but more likely to run out of fuel. Because she does everything in full burner. So we're 30 seconds out. I'm going to go ahead and turn on to Steerpoint 2. Let the jet gently turn itself. All right, 53 miles to go time. Oh, and since we're on our way to Steerpoint 2, that's not what I meant to do. Go ahead and get both of those set up, and then the bombs, the cluster bombs, I'm going to go ahead and drop them as a pair, and I'm going to set them at 50 feet separation. And we'll just go from there. So, do have the tanker right in front of us. Half tempted to send her over, my wingman.
We're passing the tanker track. Do you think we'll need to loiter on this sortie?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Maybe we should get a top off. We never do on egress, but maybe this is not a bad idea.
All right, that settles it. Go to the tanker. And I'm actually going to pull back on the throttles. I'm going to slow down. I'm not going to the tanker. All that's going to do is burn fuel. What I will do is slow down, let her hit the tanker. And then once she's hit the tanker, she can rejoin on me. And then we'll just continue as fragged. Kind of keep an eye on her progress by zooming in on my own radar and using data link. So I see her out in the distance and I see the tanker. I guess what I could do is set myself in a left-hand spiraling orbit and maybe make a circle while I'm waiting. And that would give me 2 advantages. Maybe I'll do that in just a few minutes. Because I'm still 31 miles out. I don't really want to start descending here. Alright, I've only got 1 dot way out there in the distance. I've got the second dot, I do see it. She's closing in. So, let her take on some fuel. Maybe at 20 miles, I'll hang a left, start that spiraling descent. Alright, so we're all set up. No, we're not. If an HQ-7 starts firing at me, I better have some shaft and flare ready. So maybe about here, I'll go ahead and set up this left-hand spiral. I don't really want to accelerate, so I am going to pull the throttles back. So we're descending at about 2,700 feet a minute. Just waiting on her to loop back with the air-to-air refueling tanker. Hopefully by the time she gets back to us, she's going to be free and clear. And then we can continue our sortie. It's a nice steady left-hand orbit. Okay, she is on our way back to us. She's now on our radar cone. And she is 20 miles. Almost at our 11 o'clock there. I could almost go a second circle. Oh, perfect. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to lower the nose because we still got to get some altitude out. I do not really want to accelerate because I'm trying to wait for her as well. Alright, so I've got the H's. I'm going to go with the H's. Okay. What are we doing here? Ah. So we are about to go into an altitude hold. Is 8,000 going to do it? Nope, because we're still in the clouds here. I think we're okay here. Where are we at? Where's my wingman? Where's my super suit? Where's my wingman at? I don't know. What I do know is I can't afford to fall out of the sky, so... Okay. So, we're going to be looking right in this area. Now, I'm not allowed to shoot the ships. It is a little unfortunate, but... I think what I'd really like to do... Oof.
Darkstar, Uzi fits in. We're going down to 8,000, clouds over the target. Copy that. Weapons on. Good luck.
Rifle. Rifle. Okay, we are going to get out of here. And we will wrap back round if needed. I'm sorry. Did that say out? Okay. That's bad news, bears. Okay, yeah, come on back. Just let's see what happens. Trying to trim this plane out. We're super light on the left side, so the right wing wants to dip. You know, I was hopeful one of those would hit. But I guess I'm not going to get that lucky. I'm going to have to make a U-turn, go back, and fire some more. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get shot down. Alright, rifle. ×2. And my biggest issue is I'm out of countermeasures, so I'm either going to get shot or not get shot, but there's no in between. Boom! Flight! Rejoin! Man, we just knocked off a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. How do we feel about that? Make another pass? We haven't been RTB'd. Alright. Let's turn on hot. rifle. All right, do your thing.
Uzi, Dark Star, knock it off, knock it off.
Oh.
Progress west, orbit over Tinian. Climb to Angel 16. Knock it off. What's the news?
All right.
It looks like your little show upset them and they don't want to play ball anymore. They don't have anything yet.
Skadoosh.
Roger. They're
Oh.
AAA guns.
Well, they might be firing the AAA guns, but I just knocked quite a few more things out, so all good. Alright, so I am at 4,900 pounds of fuel, which is probably plenty to get back to.
Uzi, jettison your ground ordnance. Climb to Angel 16. Conserve your fuel.
I'm sorry? What?
Roger that. Long live Greenpeace. Jettison now.
Okay. Well, might as well get rid of the tank. And then we've got to set stores cat 1. Get out of here, go back to the HSD. Now, in fairness, the good news is, oh, I'm way up above where I meant to be. I actually think we can just go hang out at Steerpoint 2. Where's my wingman?
Flight, join up.
Guess I can shut the master arm off. No reason to keep accelerating.
Uzi, I have a track. 350 for 180 miles. 27,000. Closing. Vector to intercept. Roger, 350. Do you know what they are? Blackjacks. Russians? That's a firm. What's the ROE? Weapons hold. Intercept.
Alright, so I'm going to turn 350, and then I'm going to... extend the range. Oh, yeah, there they are. Well, they're too far for my radar. Well, it's about to pick them up at 160 miles. I'm supposed to climb to 27. That is a long way up in fuel conserve mode. $160 miles. That's longer than the original mission out. Right?
Roger, do your best to conserve fuel. We're pulling back a bit. They may be carrying nukes.
What? They might be carrying what? I don't want to shoot. Well, I mean, yeah, I'd like to shoot them down before they arm those. Crap. Oh, brother. They are going low level. I don't have anything that long range. This would be a good opportunity to fire off a Phoenix missile. Hit them at 100 miles. I know what you're thinking over there. Glad to see you've got some missiles. Actually, though, Flight, she better not jettison the missiles. That was crazy. Okay. So I am free of tanks, externals. The only thing I've got is missiles. Closing in on 100 miles. Phoenix missile would be just about in range right now. Alright, we're at 80 miles. Whoo! It is my sincere hope that they don't do anything stupid. 4,000 pounds of fuel. Oh, look at that. I've got a shooting solution from way back here at this altitude. That's okay. We'll get closer. Part of the issue is they're at 100 feet off the water, and we're at 23,000 feet, so my radar's looking down on them. And I bet it's having a hard time with water. As we get closer, I'll start descending. Well, we're within 60. I might go ahead and start that descent now. There's definitely multiple birds. Oh, that was an accident, but... yeah, they're at 500 feet. Alright, maybe I'll call it good here. That way I can get a missile off the rails a little earlier. Alright, Fox 3. Flight.
Dark Star, Blackjacks are
Engage.
hit all of them. Damn it, I can't shoot all the missiles down.
Oof. Okay, there they are. Right below us. TU-160 damaged. There are...
All units.
shit. What appears to be 3 of them.
Preparing EC equipment. Preparing EC equipment. All personnel seek shelter immediately.
Boom.
Last one, Blackjack.
Fox 3. Fox 2. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him.
Splash one, Blackjack. Blackjacks are down. Blackjacks are down.
Well,
Roger. Good show.
that went well. Yeah. No, I'm with you there. I don't know what to tell you about the bingo. Can I shoot down missiles with missiles?
Damn it. We're launching back. That's way over my pay grade, man.
I mean... oh, I don't know how I expected that to work, really. Mission complete. Because I'm genuinely not sure. that I'm going to be able to make it back at 3,400 pounds of fuel. Wouldn't it be wild if I was able to shoot a couple of these down? I mean, I am closing at 140 knots. Okay, I'm going to shoot at one. I can't believe I just nailed that. Oh, maybe I should wait till I get closer. Yeah, I just flew under one. That was a little weird. There's another one. I nailed two of them. Oh, we are burning a whole lot of fuel, though. I'm not in burner, am I? No, I'm not even remotely close to burner. No, knock it off. Oh my gosh. Oh. So 150 miles away. Showing 21 minutes. I got 3,000 pounds of fuel, which is 30 minutes of fuel at 6,000 pounds a minute. As crazy as it sounds, I might actually be able to make this. I'm gonna bring down my climb considerably because I don't want to fall out of the sky slowing down. This could work. I've got a half hour of fuel and 20 minutes to my destination. Might have to be a straight in. We're going to swing to Tinian, and then we will head to the base. Or I guess we'll swing to Tinian and see if we get follow-up instructions. Alright, so 23,000 feet. We'll just hang out here. Now, the tanker is 45 miles away, 50 miles away. It would be wild, but we might be able to hit it. Crazily enough, she would have to hit it first. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can send her. Okay, that's what I thought. She is gonna eject, or them, they are gonna eject. Uh-oh.
Preparing DC equipment. Preparing DC equipment. All personnel seek shelter immediately. Impact imminent.
Whoo, buddy. Alright, so we've got 16 miles to Tinian.
Darkstar, you got eyes on this? Negative. Missiles
Uh-oh.
hit. They're nukes. There's more in the air inbound for Saipan.
Oh, well, that's not good. Ha! They nuked the island. That's insane. So now what am I supposed to do? £2,500 of fuel. Any chance I can send her over there now?
RTB. Tinian is still open. Road out ELS or Anderson. Roger, RTB. Do you have any news from the ground? What's the situation? It's bad. Similar strikes happened at Taiwan and in Sirlik in Turkey. Other than
In Sirlik? I know that place. Alright, so I want to say Steerpoint 1 was Rota. So, how far is that from here? Oh, 57 miles, 7 minutes. I do think I've got the fuel for that. We can land at Rota.
Uzi 1 inbound.
$193. Runway 27. Okay. So we are going to descend. Oh, well, first I got to put it in descent before I can I cannot believe they nuked the islands. So inbound on Saipan. That's insane. I did shoot down 2 nukes, I guess. Nuclear armed missiles. That's insane. What in the world? So we're 5 minutes from Steerpoint 1, which is Rota. We are gonna land on runway 27. So that's facing west. We're kind of flying south, so we're gonna have to make a right-hand turn. We're down to 2,300 pounds of fuel, which is fine. We should absolutely be able to make that. That's insane. That means that my ground crew chief I hope he made it. I hope he's safe. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is disappointing. Alright, so we are just above bingo, 2,200 pounds of fuel. We're about 20 miles out of Rota. I am planning to just take a right-hand turn and fly us straight in, as long as that's what they approve. I am not planning a flyover. Alright. So we're down to 5,000. We're at 368 knots. Thank you. 2,100 pounds of fuel, 2,150 if we want to get a little more technical, but okay, so just looking at the radar, the knee-pad map, Steerpoint 1 is just south of Rota, it looks like. I don't think... Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think there is a map showing the actual airport. And that's fine. I mean, It's going to be hard to miss a big, long, straight strip with lights that say land here, if we're being honest. So here in a second, we'll just start looking. I said here in a second and then immediately started looking. So we do know that we're going to be flying at 270 or roughly that. So we are looking 270. That is the direction we'll be flying in at. You know, I still have a wingman. That's good. I assume she hit the tanker. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and shut down the autopilot. I'm fairly certain that that's it right there. So, let's go ahead and make a right-hand turn. We do need to slow down. I'm going to throw out the speed brakes. Yep, there we go. I see it. Alright, landing gear going down. That's a great time for bingo. Perfect, cleared for visual. Pushing way off to the left here. Okay. We're at 1,900 pounds of fuel, so I think we're okay there. Still need to swing to the left a little bit to get lined up with the runway. And we are a touch high. Perfect. 2 is rejoining. So in terms of not losing airplanes, this has been a success. All right. Let's see if we can figure this out, because this is not a long runway. Gear down. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Brakes. Oh my goodness gracious. Would you look at it? Would you just look at it? Now it does look like I'm going to have to spin a U-turn down here at the end and come back. But we're on the ground. So that is a victory. Yep. That's all the way back down there. Now, usually I'd probably just close out the mission here. But they nuked Saipan. They nuked Anderson Air Force Base. Something tells me this is game over. Oh, no. And I got the mission complete. Campaign complete. Tag. Game's over. Missions, campaign's over. So I am going to go down here, make one final parking, and then we'll close it out from there. We'll go check out the After action report. Ah, man. I cannot believe they nuked us. And it's Russia. I mean, right? That Russia nuked us. Or the Blackjacks did. Russia lent somebody Blackjack bombers. But I can't imagine that. This whole time I thought we were at war with Japan. Japan? No, China. And it turns out, Russia said, here, have a couple of nukes. That's not good. That is not good at all. Not 1,000% sure where they wanted us to park, so I'm just going to follow this little dude around. And where it leads me is where I'll park this thing. Beautiful. Gonna shut her down for the last time. Parking brake on. Throttles to cut off. Gonna go ahead and open the canopy. We're gonna power down the jet. And that's that. Boy, that's final. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me. Let's go take a look at our after action report. All right, mission 15, strike over Saipan. Results are 100, although if we're being completely honest, they should probably be negative 100 after our bases got nuked. But that's not our fault. We did what we could. We got there as fast as we really could on the fuel we had. We scored 127. I shot down 1 of 3 of those planes. I know I hit a couple of them, but between the two of us, we took out 3 of 3. I did take down 13 vehicles. Overall, we took 32 vehicles and 22 air defense off the map. Man, that was crazy. Thank you guys for joining me. I do appreciate it. This has been a fun campaign, and so hopefully I'll have something new for y'all soon. But until then, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. Let's see if there's any after action after video screen. Skadoosh! Campaign success. Given your outstanding contributions to the war effort, our forces have triumphed over the enemy. I don't know if I believe that necessarily. Well done, guys. We did it. We accomplished it. Campaign is over. Thank you guys for joining me. This has been Rick and SX. I'll see you next time.